Alright then guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today it's another list video. Haven't done one of these in over a month. Of course, last time I made a list video, I made four of them quite close together. But today we're going to be doing my top 7 Assassin's Creed games. The reason why it's 7 and not however many Assassin's Creed games there are, I can't remember how many there are. I think there's about 10 to 12. But yeah, I've only played 7 of them, which is why we're going to only go over the ones I've played. So let's begin with in my opinion, the worst Assassin's Creed game ever made, and I'm pretty sure everyone else will also give this answer. Coming in at the number 7 spot is Assassin's Creed 1, the original, the very first game following the story of Altair. Now this game is the only Assassin's Creed game. No, it isn't. It's one of the 2 Assassin's Creed games I've never actually finished. There are 7 memory blocks in Assassin's Creed 1, so 7 sequences, I guess that would mean. And I only managed to make it up to memory block 5. I could never get any further. And the reason why Assassin's Creed 1 is my least favourite is because Altair can't swim, which every other Assassin's Creed game, every other Assassin's Creed game you can swim, but in the first game you can't. You have very, very limited weaponry with only a sword, a dagger, throwing knives, and your hidden blade. That is it. You don't have any other weaponry. You don't have any special assassination techniques. You don't have any hidden blade. You only have 1 hidden blade when you have 2 in every other game. The missions are and the actual memories in the game are so repetitive. You actually have to go to the three same cities, all once, and then you have to go and do it all over again. It doesn't show you if you've been. It doesn't even tell you if you've been to a viewpoint or not. You have to actually guess. Have you already been to this viewpoint or have you not? You have no idea. You can't even kill anybody in 1 counter move. You have to. It takes 2 counter attacks on the same enemy to defeat them. Also, you don't get any money in the game. You can't purchase any saw, any armor or different weaponry. There's so little customization options in the game. There's none. You can't change the color of your assassin robes. They always have to be the same color, and that's why Assassin's Creed 1 comes in at number 7. Now, coming in at number 6 is a game I bet not many of you, or possibly none of you, would expect me to say. But in my opinion, coming in at the number 6 spot is Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag. The game that follows the story of Edward Kenway, Haytham Kenway's father, and Connor Kenway's grandfather. The reason, now, AC4 has amazing land gameplay, okay? The combat on land is amazing, but the number 1 big massive reason I don't like this game is because of the ship the ship combat. I don't like it at all. I'm not good at it, and I've never found a way to get good at it. It's frustrating when you're in against a ship that's so much bigger than yours. I tried the tactic that one of my friends told me of trying to getting close to the ship, then jumping onto the ship itself, killing a bunch of enemies on the ship and then jumping back to my own and then shooting cannonballs at it. And that did work, but it's not as effective as I thought it would be. But yeah, and I only made it up to sequence 5 in AC4. Yeah, ship combat, shockingly horrible. Land combat, some of the best the series has ever had. And of course, and I'm always going to say that's AC4's big plus point. Of course, the character of Edward is interesting. He became an assassin because he was mistaken he was mistaken of being one, and then decided to actually become one. And again, the theme of Edward being more of a pirate than an assassin is always something that I've found I don't like. Like, they try to incorporate too much pirate stuff, and they put more pirate stuff than assassin stuff in the game, and I don't like that. Assassin's Creed is supposed to be about solely assassins, not venture out into something completely different that are not relevant to the assassins. Pirates. And that is why AC4 comes in at number 6. Coming in at the number 5 spot is Assassin's Creed 3. This is the game, in my opinion, where Assassin's Creed should have just ended as a franchise. Because we finally got so many of the answers. After the cliffhanger of an ending Assassin's Creed Revelations gave us in 2011, we were eager to see what Ubisoft would give us in Assassin's Creed 3. They gave us a brand new assassin protagonist, the first one we've had since AC2 in Connor Kenway, but you play as Haytham first for the first 4 to 5 sequences before you finally get to play as Connor. And the gameplay of AC3 was a massive step up from the gameplay of Revelations. The combat was improved. New game mechanics like human shields for enemies with guns. Being able to use a musket as a melee weapon instead of a ranged weapon was a great feature. Bringing in people that you couldn't counter instantly, but if you got behind them, you could still kill them in one hit. The climbing was massively improved, where you could now climb up trees. So if the climbing in the Ancestor Memories became massively improved, then Desmond's climbing in present day also became very much improved. And the perfect thing, and AC3 in my opinion has the best storyline for Desmond, because it gets to December 21st, 2012, the day in real life the world was last predicted to completely end. Of course it didn't. December 21st, 2012 did not end the world, but that's the date it was predicted, and we finally got to that date. Desmond finally came face to face with Warren Vidic for the first time since the end of Assassin's Creed 2. And of course, Warren Vidic was a much bigger part of Desmond's sections in Assassin's Creed 1. We finally kill Warren after 4 previous games where we haven't been able to. And of course, Desmond having to sacrifice himself in order to prevent the world from ending on the 21st of December 2012. So yeah, Desmond, it also AC3, in my opinion, has the best Desmond missions. The things you do in the Desmond sections are so much better than everything that came before it. And it actually makes playing as Desmond fun. Like, really fun. And as I said in AC4, well, as I said at the very beginning of this game section, I think AC3 should have been the game that ended at the Assassin's Creed franchise. Because think about it, Desmond has been the protagonist for all five of these Assassin's Creed games, and Desmond is finally killed off. The game should have just ended. The series should have just ended there. Desmond saved the world by sacrificing himself. But no, the franchise, of course, did not end there, as we had quite a few more games afterwards. And that's why Assassin's Creed 3 comes in at number 5. Coming in at the number 4 spot is Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, the middle of the Ezio franchise. Came after AC2 and before ACR. Now, Brotherhood has not as much as Assassin's Creed 2 did, but it has more than Assassin's Creed Revelations did in terms of things to do, things you could do. You have things such as the Lair of Romulus, which is Assassin's Creed, the Brotherhood version of Assassin Tombs from AC2. It has Templar agents that you have to take down. It has assassination contracts again. It has a brand new villain in Cesare Borgia, son of Rodrigo Borgia, so that's another way AC2 and Brotherhood are very, very highly connected. It brought in brand new... It made the hidden gun better than in AC2. It brought in the poison dart, which was not in AC2. It introduced parachutes. Leonardo came back. It introduced renovating Rome as a different way than you'd renovated Monteriggione. And the ending of the game is probably the second craziest ending for an Assassin's Creed game after Assassin's Creed 3. As at the end of Brotherhood, Desmond, well, has the Apple of Eden, but he's taken control of by Juno to stab Lucy, to find out that Lucy was actually a double crosser to both the Templars and the Assassins. She worked with the Templars, then double crossed them to save Desmond, but then she double crossed the Assassins to get information out of them that she reported back to the Templars that no one noticed, but Juno already knew, and had Desmond kill her, and then the game ended. Of course, Rome is an amazing location to have Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. You've got the Castello, the Colosseum. You've got so many awesome locations from history, and those things will still be there now. And that's a massive reason I want to travel to Italy. I'd love to go to Rome and look at the Colosseum in real life and see how different or similar it looks to the Colosseum from AC Brotherhood. Because there's a 500-year gap between Brotherhood and the present day. Of course, this is the 2000. We're in 2019, and of course, the decade that Brotherhood takes place in is the 1510s. Specifically, 1511 is when we first see the Colosseum. And that's why Brotherhood comes in at number 4. Right, there's only 3 more Assassin's Creed games to go. Coming in at the number 3 spot is Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which was the last Assassin's Creed game I purchased. Of course, Origins and Odyssey were the 2 Assassin's Creed games that came after Syndicate, and there have been no more Assassin's Creed games since then. But yeah, Syndicate is my number 3 pick. AC Syndicate is such a great game. First of all, it takes place in London. Finally, an Assassin's Creed game that takes place in England. We've been waiting for this one. It follows the story of Jacob and Evie Fry, a twin brother and sister assassin duo, who have to murder the Blighters, which are the Templar gangs in London, in order to find another piece of Eden. Now, the gameplay for Syndicate was changed a little bit, where countering didn't kill anybody in one hit, but the combos you could get up to were huge. And they made all the different important locations that you can visit in London in real life boroughs in Syndicate that were in control of the Templars that you had to take back over with your gang, which were called the Rooks. A few locations to mention are the River Thames, Whitechapel, and Westminster. Those are just a few locations that you can take over. Basically, you go through different missions. That it could be capture a Templar and bring him to the police, or it could be take out certain Templars. It could be rescue children. It could be a few things. Of course, famous people from that time period are in the game, such as Charles Dickens and even Charles Darwin. They both feature in the game, which is pretty cool. The grappling hook is an amazing feature in the game. It seemed 2015 and 2016 were the years of grappling hooks in games. Just Cause 3 and AC Syndicate in 2015, Ratchet and Clank and Uncharted 4 in 2016. Those were the years of grappling hooks in games, and I don't know why it pretty much became a trend. But yeah, the grappling hooks are amazing. You can level up Evie and Jacob with different skills, and they have different abilities, such as Jacob does more damage in combat, but Evie is less likely to be spotted when you're going for stealth. So they made the gameplay and the abilities different between the twins to make them feel like different characters in gameplay. Of course, you could choose different weaponry, which had different attributes and different pros and cons of what you're going to do, and how effective they will be against the Templars. And that's why Assassin's Creed Syndicate comes in at number 3. Okay, you probably could guess what my number 2 and number 1 spots are. Maybe not in the order I'm going to say them in. But think about it. I've mentioned Brotherhood, but I've not mentioned the other 2 Ezio games. So it's obvious what my next 2 options are going to be. Coming in at the number 2 spot is Assassin's Creed 2. That's right. AC2 comes in at number 2, not number 1. Assassin's Creed 2, we are finally introduced to Ezio Auditore, the greatest assassin in the whole franchise. I'm sure everyone can agree with that. He's the best assassin. He has the best games, and really the Ezio games, mainly 2 and Brotherhood, are a very big reason of why I love to go to Italy. And any Italian I can speak is because of these games. So yeah, when people tell you video games don't teach you anything, yeah, they're wrong. Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood taught me different words and a few phrases in different languages, such as salve means hello in Italian, arrivederci means goodbye, bene means good, va bene means okay, incredibile means incredible, magnifico means magnificent, and requiescat de pace means rest in peace. You may have noticed on my Assassin's Creed 2 Let's Play, every time I killed a villain, I said requiescat de pace along with Ezio. And yes, I am going to do the same in my Brotherhood Let's Play when I can finally get back to uploading. Which, if you guys didn't know, I broke my microphone. That's why that's why this week that's why there was only one video last week that I uploaded. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to make another gaming video until late July, early August after Comic-Con. So no gaming videos from me for a couple more weeks yet. Getting back to AC2, AC2 was such a massive step up from AC1. The climbing was better. There was more weapons. You could actually purchase armor. There was more locations, better characters. Everything about Assassin's Creed 2 was a huge step up from AC1. Double hidden blades were given to you. You could use you got a gun, a poison blade that allowed you to kill enemies. That allowed you to stab an enemy with a poison and then walk and then have them go crazy before they died. You got more throwing knives. You were given smoke bombs. There was just counter kills could be done. Countering people could be done in one move. The hidden blades could counter any weapon in AC2 and Brotherhood. Ledge assassinations, air assassinations, and hiding spot assassinations were brand new features. Ezio could swim. The game was funnier than AC1. You care more about the characters in AC1. And the fact that they kill off 3 of Ezio's family members so early on in the game, in the first sequence. Like, I mean, I can't remember how old I was when I first played this game, played AC2. It was years ago. Because I remember I got AC1 and 2 on the exact same day. I didn't really particularly enjoy either of them that much when I first played them. But you know, as I got older and better at games, I enjoyed AC2 a lot more. And it took me over 2 years to do one mission. And I mentioned that in my AC2 Let's Play. It was Sequence 8 Memory 5 with the flying machine. I first played that mission in 2011, and I didn't actually beat it until 2013, yeah. I didn't actually beat it until after AC3 had come out. But yeah, the locations are amazing in AC2, whether it's Firenze, Venezia, Forlì. So many amazing things. Leonardo da Vinci was introduced. Of course, a famous man from years and years and years ago. It's such an amazing game. But my number 1 spot goes to Assassin's Creed Revelations. That's right, ACR is my favourite Assassin's Creed game of all time. And it was from the moment I finished it the very first time, back in early 2012. Now, something I forgot to mention about AC Brotherhood, the recruiting assassins was a new feature where you could save civilians to make them assassins, and you could then have them fight alongside you, and if you had enough assassins, you could do this thing called Arrow Storm, where you have all guards close to you on the screen. Any guards on screen and close to you at that time if you hold L1, a bunch of arrow crossbow bolts will shoot any guards near you in the area from your assassin recruits. It's an amazing feature, and it is used again in Brotherhood for the very same thing. Of course, Ezio is truly the mentor of the assassins in Revelations, and his journey takes him to Constantinople, aka Istanbul, in Turkey. The Templars here in Turkey are called Byzantines, but they're basically the same as Templars. They work the same. Their order is to fight against the assassins. Ezio's journey takes him looking for five Marsyaf keys in order to get to Altair's secret vault. The story that ties in Altair and Ezio and Desmond all together is most known in this game. Altair is barely spoke of in AC2 and Brotherhood. He spoke so much more in Revelations. And the brand new hook blade that replaces your right hidden blade was such an amazing feature to add. It got rid of the climb leap glove that was in the previous two games, but it was so much better because you could get up higher distances so much faster than you could normally. Even with the climb leap glove, the hook blade is faster. The hook blade can also be used in combat. You can use it to throw people off. A brand new counter feature was called Counter Steal, where an enemy goes in to attack you, and if you counter steal, you take anything you would if you looted them after killing them, but then you can kill them just as soon as you counter steal them. So then you don't have to loot them, meaning you're saving time. Of course, Assassin's Creed Revelations has Altair missions, 5 missions where you play as Altair. The first one being taking place just before the very first Assassin's Creed game starts, and the second, third, fourth, and fifth missions the second mission taking place directly after Altair kills Al-Mualim at the end of Assassin's Creed 1, and then 2, 3 missions, 3, 4, and 5 taking place much further into the future, where Altair was betrayed by most of the assassins and driven out of the Order. So he had to fight his way back in, and of course he discovered the Apple of Eden, as did Ezio. And I'm just gonna say it, all the missions with Altair in Assassin's Creed Revelations, in my opinion, are better than all of Assassin's Creed 1. And there's good reasons. Altair has the air assassinate, the ledge assassinate, the hiding spot assassination. Altair could throw multiple throwing knives in one throw. He has a gun in one of the very later missions. His counters kill enemies in one hit. He has 2 hidden blades. He has so much more. He has way more equipment in Revelations than he does in the first game that's all about him. Ezio has his own apprentice, true own apprentice in AC, which of course helps him track down targets and kill them. There's a tower defense feature that I think is only ever used once, but I really wish it was used more often, because it's a great gameplay mechanic where you set up different types of assassins, whether they're gunmen, crossbowmen, or a leader. You can also put up barracks to stop the Templars breaking into your assassin dens, which are taken by taking down not Borgia, that's AC Brotherhood, Byzantine captains, which you can then make assassin dens, which allows you to get more recruits, and the Arrow Storm, of course, returns in Revelations. Desmond is unconscious for all of the Revelations after killing Lucy in Brotherhood and being knocked unconscious after it. But when he wakes up, the characters they've arrived at the location Desmond sets up the Animus in AC3, and Ezio speaks to Desmond about what he may have to do. For the first time, bringing Altair, Desmond, and Ezio all into play at the exact same time, with Revelations ending with Ezio kneeling in front of Altair, saying Requiescat de Pace, brother, and putting the Apple of Eden back in Altair's vault in Masyaf and leaving it there. And that is why Assassin's Creed Revelations comes in at number 1. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new to the channel, follow me on all my social medias, and until next time guys, catch you later.